Hello and welcome to the second session of Rangerverse. I'm your DM, Trevor Golding. This is Brandon and Sarah as Maggie and Bridge X Squad, respectively. So, if you were here with us last session, you'll notice we have some less people. I couldn't get in contact with Gavin. And Joe is off doing another campaign. So it's just the two of us today.
They're somewhere else in the morphing grid.
Indeed.
Nowhere to be seen.
So last time this new team of Rangers was teleported to the new command center by Zordon and his companion Beta to stop an unknown threat. In this session, they will find out what that threat is. Oh, wait.
Hey, your favorite Yellow Ranger's here.
Indeed. Joe, are you going to turn on your camera?
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Way to be humble.
Oh, by the way, Sarah, I didn't mention this last time. I love that your player icon is, what's his name
Edward,
from FM? Yeah, Edward from Full Metal Alchemist.
Full Metal.
I love FMA.
Yeah, I love it too.
I can tell.
I like Brotherhood more than the.
Hold on. I'll be right.
Oh, lots of
Of
setback.
course.
Sorry about that, telemarketer.
Yeah,
Again,
we tend to get those a lot.
Yeah.
All right, so as I was saying, last session, the Rangers were teleported from what they were doing to a new command center, a new Zordon, a new robotic companion named Beta. They were told of an unknown threat threatening their planet. In this session, the Rangers will figure out what this threat is and a little bit of how they might be able to stop it. So, with that, let us begin. Everyone ready?
Ready?
Yep.
All right. So, you've just been teleported back to the command center after that fight with Delix and the Cogs. And
That's certainly.
and the first thing that happens is Tommy kind of starts to explain who he is and why he was late. So he
Question real quick about the command center. Are we doing the power chamber? Is it similar to the power chamber from Zeo and Turbo, or the OG MMPR command center?
The way I imagine it is a little bit of a combo with the two.
So
Okay.
like the third version.
So
Okay. So like the movie version of the MMPR version.
Yeah, so sort of like the original MMPR movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So Tommy says this. I'm sorry I was late, everyone. I didn't get teleported to the command center, or at least this command center, for some reason. I guess Beta got his coordinates wrong. I was teleported to the old command center. So I had to figure out where you all were. And once I did, well, you know the rest.
Well, each ranger team tends to have their own command center, so it's pretty easy to get them mixed up.
So, for those who don't know, I am Tommy Oliver. I was the original Green Ranger, and now I am the Red Ranger of the Zeo Power Rangers.
Wait a minute. We fought you. didn't you become a Black Ranger once? And I remember you fighting alongside with us when we had that mission where we had to go to
I
2004.
am not aware of ever owning Black Power. That was Zach, my
Darn.
friend.
Darn it, time travel. Just forget I said that, and just forget I said, and if you remember what I said, you might break reality. So just, I said green. I said green.
Right.
Right. Okay.
So with that, Zordon kind of gets your attention. You may have heard that I was destroyed by another ranger by the name of Andros for the good of the universe. You have heard correctly. That was my original incarnation. I am a new Zordon appointed to help you defeat this oncoming threat. I keep mentioning an upcoming threat. Bridge, you have seen what I mean. Delix was destroyed by the SPD Rangers in your time. And Tommy, you haven't fought Cogs in some time. Someone or something is trying to take control of time itself. It is because of this specific reason I have brought you six here. Tommy, a proven leader. Bridge, your insight of the future will be vital. Zach, your sense of teamwork is impeccable. Sam, your motherly instincts calm any situation. Maggie, a master of brute force. And Antonio, your technological knowledge is above any known ranger. And then the rest of the speech. I know this particular team of Power Rangers can fight threats across time. And from there, Beta cuts in. Mm-hmm. Yes, Zordon, very informative, thank you. Now, if I can call your attention to me, Rangers. We have intelligence that suggests someone or something is trying to disrupt people's minds. People who normally wouldn't commit crimes are being imprisoned for things they don't even realize they're doing. Turn your attention to the viewing globe. As you can see, this person is about to make a bank heist. Go stop this heist. While you're there, try to figure out why these people are committing these crimes.
Okay, then.
But we can't fight the people. They're innocent civilians. We have to find a way to defeat the source that's corrupting them.
Let me handle that, Bridge. I do recon for my team. I can easily like pinpoint things. I'm very observant.
Do your thing, Yellow.
Samantha.
We're
a team.
And
okay, then.
At this point, Zach is just like, that's interesting. And Tommy's just like, well, let's get to it, Rangers.
Right. Should we morph? If so, can I lead the morph? I've never led the morph for my team, so I just... or is it too early for us to morph?
Tommy's just like, considering we're going to be stopping a bank heist, I'm not sure letting people know we're Power Rangers is a good idea.
Well, I mean, our suits have the equivalent of what your Earth technology has as Kevlar. So, I kind of figured it would probably protect us from being shot at by either...
let's put it this way. We'll morph if we need to.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
I have civilian powers, so I can hold my own without the morphing sequence.
Yeah, well, you don't have sensitive gills, and I pull down my shirt showing 3 yellow gills on my neck. See, you don't have these.
Interesting.
Zach's eyes just widen. He's just like, that's whack.
Okay, look. I'm from Aquisha. That is the sistering planet to Aquitar, okay? We've been sister planets for a while now. We're more amphibious than fish-like, but, traits still tend to pass over.
Okay, so Yellow Frog Ranger.
Axolotl, actually. I'm a salamander. Actually, I'm kind of part salamander.
lizard frog.
Salamander. Still, I digress. Okay, let's do this then.
And then Beta chimes in once more and is just like, Rangers, you may need these. And he gives you an attachment to your morphers. This and Beta explains, these will help you, let's say, detect evil energy. So if there's whatever is controlling this person's mind, this will help detect it. And at that point, without another word, you're again teleported to this bank. And boom. You're all landed in front of the bank doors. One of the doors was blasted open by some otherworldly force. The door is only half on its hinges.
Okay.
From looking in before even going into the bank, you can hear the screams of people in the bank, and you can see the man who's obviously leading this heist up to the teller's box with a gun pointing at the teller. And this is what you hear from outside. See if I can do this justice. Open up the vault, and no one gets hurt. And the teller's just kind of standing there, like with his hands up, like, oh, don't shoot. And you can hear cop sirens in the background, so cops are on their way.
Okay. I guess I'll probably look for like something like, usually when people are like acting crazy, like they're not themselves, they usually would have something on the nape of their neck. So I'm going to roll investigation for that.
I was gonna say, please roll investigation.
18.
All right. From this distance, you can't really see anything on their neck, but you do notice that the attachment that Beta gave you to your morpher is beeping like crazy.
Okay. Well, I can't see anything from here, but it definitely looks like it's something that is controlling him. This isn't of his own free volition.
So
We were told that.
all right. So at this point, without anyone saying anything, Tommy just kind of gets against the other door and looks in to kind of observe the situation. And I will roll an investigation check for him. He did not roll well. From this distance, he can't really see much either. So he whispers to the group, "All right, guys, I suggest we slowly file in and try not to put up too much attention."
Got it.
So you all slowly walk into the bank, stick to the back walls. This way, you don't get the robbers' attention. From now that you're inside the bank, you see the real size of the situation. Unlike most banks where the vault is either on another floor or underground, in this bank the vault is just right there on the left side of the wall. It may not be their only vault, but it's a vault. there are groups of hostages pretty much everywhere. Most of them are on their knees with their hands above their heads, kind of like surrendering. And at this point, the cops arrive. One, obviously, the captain of the group comes in and says to the points his gun at the robber and yells out, "Drop your weapon, or I will shoot." The robber turns around slowly, says absolutely nothing, just smiles, and picks up another pistol from his belt and points it at the cop. So he's pointing one gun at the teller, one gun at the cop.
Sam just like she looks at Tommy and she looks at the others like really worried, about there being a shootout, and she instinctively is grabbing her morpher. She isn't going to morph yet, but she's she is ready to at the drop of a dime.
All right, and at this point, Zach is pretty much reading your mind. He's just like, "Tommy, this might be a good time to morph," and Tommy's just like, he's hesitant, but he's just like, I don't think we're getting out of this if we don't. All right, fine. So Sam's just like, so Tommy's just like, "Sam, you want to lead us off?"
Okay. It's morphin' time. Aqua Burst 3.
Zero Ranger 5, red.
SPD emergency. SPD X Squad blue.
And Sarah is just again saying nothing but morphing.
Yeah, Maggie's just silently putting her headphones on and pushing the button that morphs her. Too much cringe for her.
One of these things, Sam is gonna get out her morph call. That's gonna be one of Sam's things. We girls have to stick together.
All right, and then Zach is just like, "It's morphin' time, Mastodon!" And at this point, the robber looks at and Antonio, go Samurai.
Yeah.
How easy is it to forget one character?
At this point, the robber looks at all six of you, and because obviously when you came in, he saw you, but he didn't know you were Rangers or any type of adversary to him. So he just looks at you guys and says, "Power Rangers."
Yes, yes, we are.
And that same smile goes across his face. He snaps his fingers, and all of a sudden, you guys don't, just so you know, they're going to be Batlings from Lightspeed, but none of you guys have fought Batlings before. So none of your characters know what Batlings are. So
I don't even know what they are anyway, so
all right. Think of they're the minions from the Lightspeed Rescue series. They're all
black. Some of them have red. Some of them are red. They have a bat wing on their chest.
And they have bat wings on their ears.
Think of Batman if he was from hell.
And also,
that's a very impractical place for a wing. Okay.
All right. Anyway, so the robber snaps his fingers, and all of a sudden, dozens of batlings appear and come straight at you guys. So, one thing I completely forgot to do last time was roll initiative for combat. So everyone needs to roll initiative.
10.
All right. Tommy got an 18.
Ooh, 17.
All right. And Zach got an 11. And Brandon, I'll roll for you too. Brandon,
Okay.
you got a 9. So.
Oh, and Antonio. Don't forget Antonio.
Oh, yeah.
That's going to be our running gag. We forgot Antonio. He's the Kevin McAllister of the team.
And Antonio will be last. So Tommy's first move is to pull out his blaster and just start firing. So again, I will roll for his attack. All of his shots miss. So who got the 17?
I did.
All right, Sarah, what's your move?
I'm gonna summon Justice's verdict. My hammer.
All right.
And my signature move that everyone should know by now. I'm gonna throw it.
All right. Roll and attack.
I'm so close to being a natural 20. So close. That's a 6. Wait,
All right.
hold on. Wait, no. 8. That's an 8.
All right. Well, either one would miss, so that didn't work. So
Did not.
So
landing.
I believe Joe, you're next.
Okay. I take out my axle grapple and like I'm swinging it like Wonder Woman does her lasso, and I'm gonna try and get all the hostages, safely wrapped around in my rope, and I'm gonna get them out of the fight.
Smart move.
Yeah, we don't need any casualties.
All right, so roll for that, I guess. I don't know what kind of check that would be, but that's some
14.
14. All right, we'll say you were able to wrap around about half of them. Half of them kind of realize that what you're doing. You're trying to help them. The others ran away because they don't realize what you're trying to do.
Okay. Tommy, I'll get the others out of here. I'll get these out. I'll get the civilians out of here.
You got it, Sammy.
Please come, Sam. Okay, let's do this.
All right, and I believe next was Bridge.
All right, guys. I'll take on these bat. What were they called? Batlings. SPD Delta X gun.
All right.
Gun.
All right, and roll for. All right, you shoot two of them right in the forehead. They're done. And then next up is Zach. He takes out his power axe. Calls out power axe. The axe materializes at his hip. He pulls it out and he just rushes into the crowd swinging. So that's all right. That'll hit. That won't. And that'll hit. So he's able to take out two of them with one swing to each, and one of the batlings gets out of the way before he's able to get there. And next up, last is Antonio. He takes out his Barracuda blade and the lantern Zord that you used last time, Sam, and you're about to see what this thing can do. He pulls the trigger back. Not only does the lantern light up, but it transforms into like a mini Zord. And he basically just sicks it on the batlings. And you see the lantern Zord is fighting of its own volition. And I'll roll for the lantern Zord. That'll definitely hit. That'll definitely not hit, and neither will that. So it gets 2 or 3 of them with one good punch, and it tries to kick more of them, but its legs are too short, so it kind of just goes. Eh. All right, and so and back up to the top of the initiative. And now it's the batling's turn to attack. So, Sarah, while you were throwing your hammer, you didn't realize 2 batlings coming at you from both sides. They both take out their blades and go straight for either side of you.
Okay.
So I'm assuming a 9 will miss.
That definitely misses.
And a 7 will miss as well, I'm assuming.
Right.
Alright, so pretty much no trouble. You regain your focus and literally backflip out of the way of their attacks. They slam into each other. And Bridge and Sam, you each have a group of 6 batlings coming at you, shooting some black bullets at you. And all right, so
they have projectiles.
So, Brandon, you never made a character sheet, did you?
No. Well, is that required for existing characters, or because my version of Bridge is a little different? Because
yeah, I'll have you make a character sheet after this session.
Yeah, message me after.
Yeah. So
we can talk when the video's over.
Yeah, because my version of Bridge is a little different from the Bridge.
All right, I'll give you a base armor class. So 5 will not hit. 5 will not hit. 19 will. 20 will. 18 will.
Wait, was that just a straight 20?
They're shooting at him.
Yeah, but was it with a modifier?
Oh. No, this is just straight rolls.
20 is double damage.
No, these are just straight rolls. So, and 7. All right, so 2 of them miss, and 4 of them hit you, Bridge. So that's we'll say not too bad because you're morphed. And oh yeah, I will roll for the batlings attacking you, Sam.
Okay.
I'm assuming a 4 doesn't hit.
Nope.
And I'm assuming a 20 does.
It does, yeah.
6.
My goodness.
19.
Mm-hmm.
11.
Uh-huh.
And 5.
No, that doesn't hit.
All right, so if I'm counting that right, that was 3 three attacks hit, 3 attacks miss.
Mhm.
Actually, this will make things a lot easier. There we go. All right, so that is. Oh yeah, Brandon. I never told you how much damage you took. You took 12 damage.
Bummer.
Out of 50.
Okay, that's not too bad, but damage.
Yeah. So, and Joe, you. Now I need to roll damage for those attacks. So that's 13, 9, and 1. 13 plus 10 is 23, is 22. Alright, so Joe, you take 23 damage.
Ugh.
And a few come after Tommy. So Tommy's literally just has his gun right next to his head, and he's ready for any attacks that come up to him. So
No, don't do it. You have so much to live for.
So 12 that'll hit, 17 that'll hit, and 7 that won't. So damage, yeah, and 2 and 11. So a few batlings shoot at him. He dodges it, literally no problem at all. And then, as he lands, two more come at either side of him and strike and land strikes on his arms for 20 damage. Now Zach and the other batlings kind of
Hold on.
All right. So and for whatever reason, only one batling decides to tackle Zach. So that will hit, but just barely, and damage for 6 damage to Zach. And Antonio, yeah, that'll hit, and that'll hit. So damage 13. So that's 25 damage to Antonio. All right, now back at the top of the initiative order, we have Tommy. Tommy again points his gun at the batlings, but he starts running towards the robber to try to talk him out of what he's doing. He yells at the robber, Come to your senses, my boy. You don't know what you're doing." The robber immediately looks at him and says, "Oh, I know completely what I'm doing." And you start to notice black smoke start emanating from this robber. So Tommy doesn't attack. He just starts running for the robber. And Sam, you're next. Or Sarah, you were next, right?
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna call my hammer back to my hand. And any creature,
I'll say after after that last time you called it back, you don't need to roll for that. It comes back.
I mean, no, it's not a roll. It's just like an extra thing I do.
Yeah.
I call it back to my hand, and any creature between me and it have to make a dexterity saving throw.
All right. So there are 3 batlings. So 16.
Huh?
16.
forgot to write down the actual thing. I'll say that saves.
7
That does not.
and 2.
That does not.
So 1 saved, 2 didn't.
So the 2 that didn't save take 4 bludgeoning damage, and the first one that didn't takes only 2.
All right. So the 3 batlings that are in the way literally see this hammer flying through the air, and there's like or whatever noises they make in Lightspeed. I won't try to make those noises again, but they try to get out of the way, and they're just like it just doesn't work. Although one of them gets out of the way better than the others. So
And
I
would like to try and just actually take a swing at one of the guys that tried to actually got hit.
All right. So roll for another attack.
That is, and 13.
That hits.
Oh, nice.
All right, roll damage.
That's 3 damage.
3 damage from a huge ass hammer. Okay, that completely makes sense. So, let's say you spend a lot of time charging up your attack. It comes down, and the batling dodges enough that it literally just grazes across its natural armor. So it pretty much, it might as well have had no effect.
Yeah, that's my turn.
All right. And I believe, Joe, you're next.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Question: how many batlings are currently surrounding me?
Surrounding you, there are
Yes.
6.
Okay. I guess I'm gonna take my axe of grapple, and I'm gonna be swinging it around again, and I'm gonna try and I'm gonna do the thing where I put the hook in my hand, where I put the grapple part in my hand. I'm gonna use it like a mace, and I'm gonna be swinging at them.
All right, so you're going to try to hit all 6 at once.
Yeah.
All right, so roll for 6 attacks.
7 doesn't hit. 15 hits, most likely.
Yes.
2 doesn't hit.
Nope.
13?
13 hits.
Okay. 14 hits. And was that 6 I said? Or was that 5?
I think you need to roll one more.
Okay. 10 probably doesn't hit.
No, it doesn't. So
Okay.
that was half and half, wasn't it?
Yeah.
All right. So 3 of them see what you're doing. They jump back, missed completely. So, and roll damage for the other 3.
10.
All right. So I'm assuming that's 10 damage spread across all 3.
Yeah, 10 damage spread across all 3.
So the 3 of them jump back, missed completely. The other 3 that you do hit, you scrape them across the chest and knock them back. Not knock them over, just knock them back. So, Bridge.
So what am I doing?
You also have 6 batlings surrounding you.
I'm surrounded.
So you're also trying
What
to.
mode?
Okay, you activate your swap mode. So we'll have to make that like an extra spell or something on your character sheet. So, uh, oh, Brandon, you are something, my friend.
Why, yes, I am.
Oy vey. All right. Anyway, so we'll make that your action for this round. So your swap mode is your action. So unless you're moving, then you can't do anything else this round.
Okay.
So are you going to try to move a few steps closer or away?
Sure. So does that deactivate swap mode or
No, it doesn't. It's it's an extra armor class, we'll say.
Okay, so I'll make a few steps.
All right. So, yeah, we'll say, since I don't have any way of putting a map on Google Meet, we'll say you take like 4 steps toward the batlings in front of you. All right. So next up, Zach. He again takes his power axe, and he literally he pulls a Maggie. He just chucks it at one of the batlings, even though he can't make his come back, so he'll actually have to pick his up again. So he just chucks it at a batling, and it hits the batling square in where its nose would be, and just smack hits it in the head, and it's knocked over. It's not dead, but it's prone, we'll say. And that's
going to be PG-13 there for a second.
18 damage. That doesn't kill it, but that particular battling is almost dead. Antonio, he decides to go to Tommy's aid with the robber, except he's trying to use his symbol power to try to, like, I guess, hack into his mind and try to force what's controlling him out. So I'll roll an Arcana check for him. It does. And with a roll of a 7, it does not work. He's typing out his symbol power on his morpher, and the robber can kind of feel something in his mind, but whatever is taking control of him is too strong to be expelled by symbol power. So, and now it's the batlings and the robber's turn. The robber decides to he has 2 pistols. So he keeps one pointed at the cop that came in. Oh, actually, I'm going to roll for the cop. The cop decides he's had enough. He takes a shot at the robber's foot to try to incapacitate him. It misses. One of the batlings sees what's happening and jumps in front of the robber and takes the hit for him. So that's 7 damage to the batling. All right, now that same batling that took the shot for the robber is now going to disappear and reappear behind the teller and put him and put him in a full Nelson to try to force him to comply, and give the robber the keys to the vault. At this point, the teller is scared out of his mind and says, "Help me, someone!" And at that point, the robber points the, still pointing the other pistol at the robber, says, "Oh, no one's helping you today, buddy." And that's it for the villains. No, none of the other villains are going to attack this turn. So again, Tommy is Tommy is at this point frustrated because he's never dealt with this version of Tommy has never dealt with mind control like this before. So he's just like, all right. So
Sorry.
So he's not without intending to actually attack the person himself. He points his blaster at him and says, "Don't do this. You don't want to do this." And
It does. It's actually in character this time.
And the robber, again, big smile, just says, "I've never wanted to do this more, Red Ranger." So that's Tommy's turn. He's confused and he's trying to basically intimidate this person out of the mind control. And actually, that's probably an intimidation check on his part. Yeah, that's it. That's not gonna work. So, Sarah, you're up.
Oh yay!
Remember, you're still dealing with all sorts of batlings. So, if you wanted to try to help anyone, you have to go through batlings to get to them.
To yeet or not to yeet? That is the question. I'm gonna yeet the hammer.
Alright, so you yeet the hammer.
Towards the robber specifically.
Oh, so you're trying to knock him out of his mind control.
Magic doesn't do the trick, then yeah. But next best thing is to use the good old 1-2 hammer punch.
Alright, so again, roll for an attack.
Ooh. 22.
Oh, alright. Yeah, that'll definitely hit. Roll damage.
Oh wait, no, wrong. No, wait, the right dice. Ooh. 7.
Alright. So you chuck the hammer at the robber. He turns his eye, sees the hammer coming. He goes to dodge, but it hits him in the shoulder, knocks him back a bit. He kind of shakes his head a little bit, and says to himself, that hurt.
And I'm gonna use my bonus action because I forgot to do this already. I'm gonna rage.
Alright. Barbarians rage.
That would have probably given more damage earlier, but that's fine.
Yeah, shit happens. Spur of the moment.
I just like to click on rocks.
All
That's
right.
my turn.
All right. So, Joe, what's Sam doing?
You know what? I think I'm going to use my first spell. I have 2, but I will need it. But after this, do you think you could make my character sheet for me? I don't really have a lot of resources for D&D Beyond.
All right. We'll help you with that.
But I know my 2 first level spells that I want are Absorb Atoms and Chromatic Orb. So I'm going to use Chromatic Orb on the remaining batlings. It's a 4-inch diameter sphere of energy at a creature that I can see within range. I can choose acid, cold, fire, lightning, poison, or thunder for the type of orb I create. I'm going to choose ice. And make a ranged spell attack against the target. If the attack hits, the creature takes 3d8 damage of the type you chose.
Okay, so make your spell attack.
Is it bad I'm kind of hoping I roll a 1, so I have to roll from the Wild Magic Surge table? Oh, nat 20!
Oh, right. That definitely hits. So roll your d8s.
Okay. Roll 2d... That is 3d8 damage. So that is 3d...
A lot of D8.
That is 13.
All right. So we'll say you caught 4 of them in that little orb of yours.
Okay.
Two of them, poof, destroyed. The other 2 are frozen solid.
Nice. It's your target for smashing.
All right. So, Bridge, you saw Sam do her amazing ice orb. You saw Maggie chuck her hammer at the robber. So you're whittling down this force of batlings, and the robber is starting to feel like himself again. That
Guys,
hit from the hammer knocked his senses loose a little bit. He's starting to come to.
Guys, I think the guy is not possessed or whatever he is. He's becoming human. Well,
Yeah, you can see the black smoke that was emanating from him before is starting to dissipate, and something
my violence is always an option.
Something I forgot to mention before was you saw his eyes were completely black. They're starting to turn normal again.
The black smoke, that must be the evil force that's corrupting him. Maybe it's somehow connected to those bat demon things.
And at this point, Bridge, before you do anything, the robber, I'm not going to do this because it'll blow out my mic, but the robber screams at the top of his lungs. It's a booming scream, inhuman. So you get the sense that whatever's controlling him is not happy and is fighting for control of this man's mind.
I'm not happy either.
So, Bridge, what do you do?
All right, we're weakening the entity or whatever. Do we know what the being is yet, or
we don't? You have no idea.
I'm just gonna call it the evil force. Oh right, we're eliminating the evil force out of him. I think I know a way to fully break it. Judgment time.
In the temple.
I am so happy that you actually have that.
Yeah.
When SPD was running, I wanted that thing so bad.
Same.
I wanted it in 2005, but never got it. I got it around 2015, I think.
Oh, whatever. I'm so glad you have that.
Okay.
Anyway,
before I decided on Samantha, I originally was probably going to pick Ivan, A Squad Yellow.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I'm building the A Squad blue helmet right now.
Ooh, cool. Did you know their names have actually been confirmed?
Yeah,
the Beevor is the blue one.
Yeah, Beevor, Ivan, Cliff, Rachel.
All right. Anyway, back to the campaign.
Yeah.
So, all right. How are we going to integrate Judgment Time into D&D format? Because that is definitely a spell of some sort, I feel like. Sarah, Joe, would you agree with that?
Yeah, it's definitely a spell.
So I'm assuming that'll have to be some sort of check to make sure. So I will roll. So depending on how high or low this roll is made, it'll either judge him guilty or not guilty.
That seems to work.
Yep.
All right. 15. So we would. So we have to get an AC or DC for this. For this.
Here's an idea. Flip a coin.
Flip a coin. Yeah, I don't have a coin.
I have a coin flip site open.
All right, go ahead, Joe.
Okay.
Okay.
Heads, he's innocent. Tails, he's guilty.
Yes.
Heads.
All right.
Guilty.
He's innocent.
It's innocent.
All right. So with that, whatever malevolent force is controlling this guy, you see this man start to convulse, and all of a sudden, the shape of Diabolico forms above this man's head.
At least it isn't Vipra.
It's Diabolico.
And
that's the demon guy the Lightspeed Rescue guys fought.
So Diabolico says, "Power Rangers, you may have stopped me this time, but you won't stop me again. Bye-bye."
You do have an easier way to get money, right?
Yeah, why don't you just go back to Vipra? I'm not saying this in character, I'm saying this like out of character. Like, why don't you just go back to Vipra?
Bye-bye.
Wait, no. Don't.
And the image of Diabolico just dissipates into the air with the laugh kind of echoing throughout the bank.
And like in the distance you hear Vipra's Vipari just like revving up.
Alright, so anyway, with Diabolico's malevolent force no longer controlling this man, he slumps forward and shakes his head and blinks a couple of times, and it's just he looks at his hands and it's just like, and he drops the pistols on the floor, and he's just like, "Where am I? What's going on? Where are these things?"
I go over to him. It's okay, Sugar. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Who are you?
I'm a Power Ranger, Sugar. Okay? Okay, look. You were just being controlled by someone right now, but don't worry. You'll be okay. You're not in trouble or anything, okay, Sugar? Okay?
You're only going to need therapy for 5 years.
You might also need a Catholic priest to exercise.
Okay, you two, please. I'm trying to calm this person. I really don't appreciate the
All
whole
right, at this point, Sam, while you're talking to him, the cop that came in earlier slowly walks up and puts cuffs on the guy and says, "All right, that's enough. You're under arrest."
Sir, he was possessed by an evil demon. Like, you literally saw the demon that came out of his body.
That may be. We still need to question him.
Well, then at least let him leave with dignity. He had no idea what he was doing. At least remove the handcuffs.
It's protocol, ma'am.
Protocol, my Batuki. You remove those handcuffs right now, sir.
You want me to cuff you too?
I'd like to see you try. I am one of the 6 things that protected this bank right now while you were just standing there frozen solid. And it wasn't because of my ice attack.
I've never seen this woman in my life.
All right, roll intimidation.
Okay.
Can I roll deception just for the fun of it?
9.
I'm not. All right. The cop looks at you with a look of somewhere between anger and frustration. You can tell that he's trying to understand what just happened. So there's some kind of psychological battle going along in this policeman's head. So he's just like, that may be, ma'am, but I still need to take him into custody.
All I'm asking is that you don't handcuff him. He's as much of a victim as these poor hostages. At least give him the dignity. That is all I'm asking.
All right, so at this point, another cop comes up from outside, and he's just like, he looks around, and he goes up to his captain, and he's just like, you know, this woman might have a point. And the captain is just like, he swallows, and he's just, fine. He takes the handcuffs off, but he still makes him put his arms behind his back and forces him out of the bank and into the cop car. And then the other cop that just came in says to all of you, thank you for your help. Sorry about our captain. He's a military veteran. He's very old-fashioned.
We're kind of in the middle of our own wars too, so we completely understand.
And Maggie, he kind of winks at you, like. So you.
Looking the bird.
So the cop leaves, and at this point, you still. By the way, all the while there are still batlings here. Diabolico did not dispel the batlings when he left this man's mind.
Okay.
So you're still technically in the middle of combat.
They've just been waiting patiently.
Well, they're the minions of Lightspeed. What do you expect?
Yeah. There is.
All right, but at this,
you all know that Power Ranger villains patiently wait for the Rangers to do anything before they attack.
All right, but at this point, the Batlings are kind of realize what just happened, that they need to attack you guys. So that's exactly what happens. The Batlings that are left, of which there are about maybe 12 left. They surround all of you. And at this point, the cop that was on his way out sees that you're in trouble, pulls out his gun, and immediately shoots at 2 of the Batlings.
Okay. Now, normally, you guys, I think we should probably summon the big gun. Wouldn't y'all agree?
Agreed.
I think we got this.
So roll 4 and 14. One bullet misses a Batling. The other Batling gets hit in the back of the head with the bullet. And it does 8 damage. So he kind of turns around towards the cop. And the one Batling that got hit in the back of the head starts running towards the cop to attack him.
Is this guy running past me?
No. He's actually running past Tommy.
Attack of opportunity exists.
Yes, I know. That's what I was gonna say. So realizing what's happening, Tommy immediately Zeo Rangers had blades, right?
Zero Ranger 5 had his own sword.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah. Red Ranger had a sword. I'm not imagining that.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
Yeah,
all right.
It had
Tommy,
the red symbol on it.
Yeah. So Tommy pulls out his blade and immediately strikes at the Batling for an attack.
They also had the power pod swords, which were their sidearm swords.
So 18, that definitely hits for 17 damage. And it doesn't destroy the Batling, but it almost destroys the Batling. And it brings the Batling's attention back on you guys. So you're gonna make your big sword?
Yep.
Alright. So since you rolled for that last time and it worked, I'm gonna say you don't need to roll for it again. Even you, Joe, since you're not in a different part of the scenery,
okay.
Since you're part of this area, I'll say you guys all put your weapons up into the air and they form this big hammer sword thing.
I like imagine the grapple, like it kind of like adds like the rope attaches to the tip of the baton of Bridges thing on the sword, which I think is like at the tip of the sword, and like it sort of also becomes like a mace, a flail, kind of. Then,
Sounds cool. All right. So now for the actual attack, you will have to roll for.
Okay.
So I don't know how rolling for an attack with a combined weapon is gonna work. So
how about we have one person that's at the set, kind of like how they did in Hyperforce, where like the main Megazord heart had the extra roll. Someone who's in the center of holding it, when they do the pose, where they're holding it, has that extra roll too. I guess I can take that central part.
All right.
Okay. So my two rolls are 17 and 9.
All right. So 17 hits, 9 misses.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll roll for Brandon. 18, that hits, and Sarah's muted. Your regular attack roll with your modifier.
18.
Yep.
I already rolled an 18. Thanks.
All right. So and that'll hit. So since everybody pretty much rolled hitting rolls, I'll say the attack hits the big group of 12 Batlings. So I guess we'll all roll for damage, and I'll just add everything up.
Mm-hmm.
I got a 14.
5.
14, 5, that's 19. And Sarah?
That is... Ooh. That's a 7.
All right. So 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. That's 26 plus 15. That's 36 plus 5. That's 41 plus 11. That's 51. That's 52 damage. So, I don't know what you guys are all calling your big attack, but
How about Rangerverse Final Slash?
Rangerverse, Final Slash.
yeah, you all yell that out, and you bring the hammer, flail, mace thing down on the rest of the batlings. You literally see them all poof out of existence, and left behind is black ash.
Rangerverse Rangers, we are victory is ours.
All right. So at this point, the bank manager comes out, and
Hooray, free
and he
money.
and he comes up to you all and says, "I don't know who you guys are, but that was incredible."
If anyone here is a Karen, now's your chance to speak to the manager.
Thank you so much for saving my bank.
It's the least we can do. It's kind of our job.
I gotta reward you somehow.
Oh no reward is necessary. Just
Well, I
help
don't
people.
have an account here, so
Yeah, and also besides, I'm an alien. He's from the future. Those two are from the past. I think that one's from the future, and I think she's from the future too. We're kind of from different time periods, so like we really don't have accounts here.
I wasn't suggesting that. I can't have you save my bank and not reward you.
We mean it.
well, I won't complain.
Yeah, but it feels weird, you know? I mean, like, being a Power Ranger in and of itself is its own reward. Like,
How about
I don't
this?
like money, I'm
How about
sorry.
this? And he motions over one of the tellers, whispers in her ear, and the teller each gives you a $100 Amazon gift card.
okay.
Oh, Amazon, that corporation that tried to take over the world.
Well, I certainly have no idea what this is, seeing as how I'm an alien, but if it's something, I will take it. Thank you.
All right.
Just
Yellow, just so you know, you said you're an alien. I don't know if I believe you or not, but Amazon is a shopping website.
Okay, shopping. Okay. Thank you.
how you say shopping?
And also, yes, I can prove that I'm an alien. And like I turn my head and like on the white collar part of my suit, and like if this were a show, it would be badly CG'd in. You can see the gills still like flapping.
And the manager literally widens his eyes, and he's just like, You learn something new every day.
Don't tell the FBI.
All right.
Now I'm certain that the touchdown and the Original Rangers have already touched down, I think. So.
All right. Well, thank you. You have your Amazon gift cards.
Okay.
Please
Okay.
leave.
Okay. So then I guess.
All right. So at this
Then
point,
do we just-
Beta communicates with you in your ears, and he's just like, Rangers, good job. We're teleporting you back, and you're teleported back. And again, you won't get to see this, but the bank manager's eyes widen again, and he shakes his head, and he's just like, I'm seeing things today. All right, so you're back in the command center. Zordon says, Rangers, good job. I've never heard of this Diabolico, but he seems nasty. Beta pulls up on the viewing globe basically a recap of Lightspeed Rescue for those Rangers here who don't know who Diabolico is. So
That Viper sure is wooden. Like she has zero personality. It was like she was only brought on for her own looks.
and Zach just looks at who was the monster maker again? I never remember his name.
Jinxter.
Zach looks at Jinxer and he's just like, he needs skin cream. And Tommy's just like, oh my.
That show's a little too cheesy for my taste. Maggie stretches.
All right, but anyway, so Beta's just like, so that's what we're dealing with here.
It may even be more monsters from other teams. That Delix guy was from he was fought against you, right, Bridge?
We think.
Well,
a similar version, but not the same.
Well, then, most likely, then, like, we may be dealing with another resurgence of the United Alliance against evil.
No, they broke up years ago.
A resurgence. Not the original Alliance of Evil, but a new Alliance of Evil. The Z-Wave only eliminated parts of the galaxy's entire force of evil.
At this point, where Zordon's head would be, Rancic's head pulls up. And he says, Power Rangers! Good to see you again.
Is this good Rancic or evil Rancic?
This is evil Rancic.
Okay, evil Rancic, got it.
This is... So, again, only Bridge might know who Rancic is because he's from a little bit in the future. So
he's the guy the Time Force Rangers fought.
So, I see you've dealt with Diabolico. Now, you've defeated one of his plans. You won't defeat mine. And he just he just fizzles out. And again, the laugh just echoes through the command center.
Really? Okay. Beta, you really need to fix up the, I guess, what kind of, like, security measures do you have in that tube? Because, like, if he can do that, then, like, I'm worried for Zordon.
And Zordon pops back in his tube, and he's just like, I don't know who that was, but he should not be able to do that.
Sorry about that.
We've upgraded our security many times already. We don't know how he did that.
Okay, so then, I guess... Well, I mean, Diabolico was based in magic. Rancic, this guy, seems like he's more technology-based because of the weird eye patch thing he has. And then there was that Delix guy that could turn people into batteries. We may be dealing with a mix of techno-magic here. And not one of us has magic powers. Guys. Unless you count Antonio, but still.
I've got a hammer. I think that counteracts anything.
So, at this point, you have dealt with a villain that, as Sam just said, you have dealt with a villain that turns people into batteries, of which, by the way, Antonio picked some of those batteries up and is still trying to figure out if he can turn those batteries back into people. You have dealt with somehow demons taking control of people's minds, and making them rob banks. And you've just seen Rancic allude to some mysterious plan. This is a good time to rest up if you'd like.
I like to rest.
All right. So
Yeah.
this is a good time for you guys to heal up, get your spells back, or spells. Power Rangers don't have spells unless you're from Mystic Force. Although you did use that chroma orb thing, so that's definitely a spell. So either way, you get your spells back, you get your healing, and in world, this is also a good time for you guys to socialize, get to know each other.
So
at this point, Tommy goes up to you, Maggie, and he's just we're assuming you've all demorphed at this point.
yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
So
But
Tommy goes up to
still has their headphones on. They're in like their like normal state where they can be actually functioning headphones.
Yeah. So Tommy goes up to you, Maggie. He kind of taps you on the shoulder.
She removes one earphone and just looks over. What?
Don't be like that. I just want to get to know you. You're one of my teammates now.
I'm not exactly here on my own volition.
I realize that none of us are. I mean, I was in class when Zordon teleported me. I don't know what kind of absentee rating I'm gonna get from the principal when I get back.
I don't think there's such a thing as being excused for teleporting.
Well, I'll find out. But I've, according to Bridge, I've met him at some point. I know Zach because he was in my previous team, but I've never seen you before. Where did you come from?
Yes.
With that, I guess Sam also walks up. Yeah, I kind of was interested about your team. I mean, I know these guys' teams a little bit. I mean, the Earth Power Rangers kind of overshadowed the other Power Rangers a bit. But, yeah, I was kind of wondering about your team.
Yeah. What's the name of your team, Maggie?
Aerial Force.
Okay.
Oh, so you probably all have birds. What's your team like? What's your color comp?
Have you ever watched the movie The Dinner Club?
No.
Never heard of it.
No.
Might be called something else in other universes.
Oh, you mean the Brunch Crew?
Breakfast Club?
Yeah, whatever. Think that. It was very cliche.
How did you become a Power Ranger then?
Also against my own volition.
I mean, don't you get anything out of saving people? Saving the Earth?
Adrenaline.
I mean,
A pat on
emotionally.
the back and a good job.
I mean, we just saved an entire bank.
And got a gift card to a place I don't even have any use for.
Okay. Then at this point, Beta comes up and seeing the tension, just kind of says, "You may want to give her some space." in her time, she wasn't exactly, as she said, she did not really want to be a ranger.
Let alone the color pink.
Well, with that, you can. Well, how about then I tell you guys about my team? We are the Aquatic Rescue Rangers. Okay, and now bear with me. There's a lot of us. Okay, we are essentially our planet's military search and rescue system. We have Red, Cindy. She's based off of the Salamander. She was part of my battalion. She was part of my group. Then we have Blue, Amy, then me, Sam. Green was Cecilia. Pink was Daniel. That's our core 5. But then we also have 5 other Rangers that are part of a separate team. We have Crimson and Carmina. We have White, who's actually Delphine. She transferred over from Aquitar to help us. So that was fun. That's nice. Roger's Black. And we have Denise, who's Puce. And Tiffany, who is Gold, who is kind of like our 6th Ranger, sort of.
So Zach, kind of listening in on the conversation. Previously, he was practicing some hip hop. Yeah, exactly. So Zach, listening in on the conversation, says, "So Sam, I thought you might have been an all-woman team."
Mostly women. We have 2 guys.
Maybe one day I'll get to meet them. And he kind of moves his eyebrows up and down.
My species is entirely asexual.
And he kind of looks at you and then he just takes 2 steps back.
Yeah.
So, when your species is pregnant, do they lay eggs or?
We kind of, you know how a starfish works?
You cut the arm off and another starfish grows.
Yeah, it's like that. And to prove it, I just and to prove it, it's just. But if you're not of age, I am not of age yet, you just regenerate the arm, and to prove it, I grab comedically, I have a cleaver in my hand, there's no rhyme or reason when there's a cleaver, and I just cut off my hand, right at the wrist, and after I toss off the hand, it just slowly grows back in a twine of bone and flesh, and it's just see?
Ew.
And Zach's just pushing back throw up. And he's just
Are we going to dispose of the leftover hand, or are we just going to wait for it until it grows into your child?
Oh, no, you see, because I'm not of age yet, my people have to do a sort of metamorphosis in order to become of age, to be able to give birth. This won't become a baby. This is essentially dead. But it's actually the source of nutrition for my people. It's weird. We're weird people. You could just pop this into some batter and you could just fry it and...
Okay. So let's say at this point you're all rested up, you're healed up, your spells are back. You've made interesting conversation with one another. So at this point, Zoran again sort of reawakens and says, "Rangers, we've just gotten a signal from Aquitar." And at this point, I don't remember what the Red Ranger's name was. Arico comes up on the viewing globe and says, "Right, I'm not gonna try to do an Aquitarian voice."
Oh yeah, no, don't try to do the voice.
I'll just speak. So imagine an Aquitarian voice.
Yeah.
Rangers, we acquire assistance. Some magical force has come to our planet, and we are not equipped to fight it. We don't know what this force is, but we need your help. And then the transmission cuts out. That'll end this episode then.
Okay.
So thank you all for joining us for Rangerverse episode 2. Next week, the Rangers go to Aquitar. May the power protect you.
May the power protect you.